Hi, I'm Jennifer K. Clark, and I'm here to give a writer's advice about how to be more creative. I'm going to share with you how you can create the most amazing party or birthday bash ever. So stop thinking about parties as just a social hangout where you play party games or watch a movie or go eat food, because we do that sort of stuff every day. Here's a big secret. To have a memorable party, you need to create an experience. It's not just a hangout, it's an experience. How many kids or even adults would love to experience a scene out of a movie or their favorite book? So you get the idea? Let me give you some examples. I wanted to give a Harry Potter themed birthday party for my family where the guests would come and experience a day at Hogwarts. So they'd start off choosing a wand, going through platforms 9 3/4, being sorted, and then going to several Hogwarts classes. They'd play a game of Quidditch, and then we'd all end up in the Great Hall having a meal. Well, my sister told me that was kind of too awesome for just our family, and she convinced me to open it up to the public. So we held this party for the public. We had 100 kids come and experience a day at Hogwarts. So your party doesn't need to be on a grand scale, but let me tell you how you can pull off these kind of parties, even just for your family. First thing you need to do is you need to pick a theme and decide what you want your guests to experience. Think of it as making up a story, and the guests are the characters. Maybe they have a quest they need to fulfill, something like a scene or events from a movie. You can be more general, like how about a scary story for Halloween? Can you imagine college kids downstairs watching a movie? All of a sudden thunder crashes, the lights go out, they come out of the room and they see a ghost. Okay, it's like a projection, but it's realistic. And this ghost tells them that they need to go find her bones, and she gives them clues that lead them outside. So the group is directed through a wooded area near our house, and scary things happen in the woods. They may even lose 1 or 2 members of their group. Eventually, they make it to the other side of the creek where there's a mysterious dinner set up under a large tree surrounded by torches. And scary dinner where scary things happen is really cool. So let me give you another example. My daughter chose Clue for her birthday party. The scenario that we wanted the guests to experience is, of course, a murder that they get to participate in solving. To do this, you just plan it out like a story. The guests arrive in costume, they're greeted by our maid and butler, and as the evening starts, the lights go out. And there's a scream. When the lights come on, one of our guests is dead, because that's the kind of parties I throw. The rest of the evening, the guests participate in going throughout the house and gathering clues and solving the murder. Once you have the theme and the scenario of what you want the guests to experience, then you move on to step number 2, which is setting the scene. We're talking about decorations and props that you're going to use at each of the locations in your party. We did a spy secret agent theme for my daughter's preteen party, and the scenario we came up with is the kids were told that instead of Julia having a birthday party, she was putting together a team to compete in a CIA competition that had come to our town. It was totally believable. These kids were competing against adults, the Salt Lake City SWAT team, and the Grand County Bomb Squad. They had a CIA handler that walked them through the 3 missions that they had to complete. Mission number 1 was to break into the school and lift fingerprints off of a gumball machine. Mission number 2, break into another building downtown and deactivate a bomb. Mission number 3 is to go into an abandoned warehouse where they made their way through a series of lasers to retrieve some stolen jewels. So this was an awesome party. I had to set the scene for each location. We did the school, the building, and the warehouse. But besides that, we also had a safe house for the kids to go to between scenes. And really it was fairly easy because we got permission from the principal to use the school and the other owners of the buildings. And they were just awesome, just sneaking into these buildings after hours. So really, I didn't have to do much. I had to add 1 or 2 props to each location, and the more realistic you make it, the better it is. So I have to admit, the lasers were tricky, but so worth it. You have real lasers that you go through, that is so worth it. Amazing. So remember, if you pick appropriate locations for each scene, you don't have to do a lot of decorating. For our day of Hogwarts, for example, we actually did that in an old school, so the setting was perfectly appropriate. And then we had the potions class down in the basement. I'm talking the dark, dreary, scary basement next to the boiler room. It was perfect. You don't need much decorations if you have a great location. So the third thing you need to do is you need to get someone to help direct the action. It's not always fun for mom and dad to step into the party and direct the kids in what they're doing. When you watch a movie, you don't see the director in the shot of the camera telling the actors what to do. You don't want to see that in a party either. So I usually end up getting friends or college students, like drama college students, because they're really good at acting, to help out and direct the guests through the party. When we did our party at Hogwarts, we had a bunch of teachers, professors, witches, and wizards that were adults that played this part and helped the kids throughout the day. When we did our clue party, I had some friends come over playing the part of the maid and the butler. And not only did they serve the meal, but they directed the kids through the house to collect the clues and help them solve the mystery. In our spy party, we had a guy come dressed up as a member of the Salt Lake City SWAT team. And he stepped in and directed the kids through that whole party. You can provide costumes for them or tell them to come dressed matched for the theme. Make sure that you meet with them prior to the party to tell them how you want things to play out and give them ideas about how they can direct things along. I hope this video helps so you can come up with some ideas of how you can create an experience for your next party. If you want to know more about the amazing spy party that we did for my daughter, I'm going to do more videos detailing everything that we did for that. So click the link. Thanks for listening, and if you need more inspiration, just go read a book.